This is Star Wars The Vintage Collection Naboo Royal Guard, part of the first wave of 2012, the Phantom Menace wave. He is number VC83. He is not one of my favorite figures, not at all. He is definitely in the bottom half of this wave. He's just, there's nothing really wow about him. He's got poor hip articulation. I don't like his head sculpt. And he's just a very B-list. He's like a D-list character. He's just not the best. Anyway, on to him in a minute. Let's look at the packaging. I really like this wave's packaging. Just the way that this retro packaging has looked with the new Phantom Menace images that they've chosen. It just looks really good. But this one, they didn't really pick a good one here. It just doesn't. It just, looks like this is a zoomed in shot from a really big one, and he just kind of slapped it on there. I'm just not really a big fan of this figure at all. It is the character debut of this. This is the first figure this character's ever had, along with Rats Terrell and Ben Quadraneros. I do like him the best out of the newly introduced figures, but he is still just barely hanging on to anything good that I like about him. Alright, he comes with this Naboo Royal Guard blaster. I like the blaster a lot. It's got a nice wood-painted handle, and it's got two different metal tones. It fits in his hand very well. It's like the perfect size in that hand, and the sculpt of it is perfect. So that's nice, and it fits into his holster really well too. Really tight fit in there, and it looks good. It looks like it should. So that's nice. And he comes with his little helmet, which definitely fits into the Star Wars tradition of stupid-looking outfits and helmets. Really dumb. I think it was supposed to have more of a rainbow look on the top, but it's just like striped blue and gold. Alright, on to the sculpt. His head sculpt, I really don't like it. It's very nondescript, very generic looking. The hair is okay. He's got some, it kind of looks like Superman hair. It's got decent texture in it. It just looks too toyish. And when you put the helmet on, he looks even sillier. Doesn't he just look kind of very nondescript and very generic? I think the best thing about this figure is the sculpt. I mean, without a doubt, the sculpt and the paint on the chest and in the boots. The chest is definitely the nicest part about him. He's got a lot of texture in that, I guess it's Royal Guard dress. Really a lot of nice texture in the sculpt. And the paint's got great texture too. Especially this chest piece. It's this nice, deep maroon color with really nice black detailed into it. Really fine shading, especially in the arms. Look at that. I mean, the sculpt in the arms is really superb, and the painting and shading in there is really nice too. I really like his arms. These gloves, a lot of texture in there. I mean, so just the fact that the paint and sculpt here is so nice, but I mean, it's just overall, the rest of him, I think it's a lot of because he has these hinge hips, and it just detracts a lot. I mean, look at that. It just looks cheap. It just looks like an action figure. It looks like an old McDonald's toy with these hips. The way that it's designed, it just doesn't look like there was much thought put into it. And in spite of this great paint and sculpt on the top half of him, it really brings the figure down so much. All right, on the legs, he's got nice pants sculpt and nice paint in there too. The shading in the paint is nice all over. His boots have got really great buckles. The paint on there is nice brown with that nice black shading and weathering. So I mean, he's got such a nice sculpt. It's just the way that these hinge hips are that really detracts from subtracts from the rest of the figure. And it's just sad. Also, the shape of his torso. I like the sculpt, I like the detail, I like the texture in it, but the shape of it, he looks very, rectangular. So that, and the couple with the face, the silly hat, these hinge hips, he just, I can't describe it. And I tried. I really like this, but he just all around, he's just crap. Alright, anyway, onto the articulation. He's got a ball jointed head, swivels 360. He doesn't look up and down very well. Ball hinge shoulders, ball hinge elbows, swivel forearms, swivel waist, lame. So these hinge or swivel hips, what do you want to call them, lame. Ball hinge knees, and a ball hinge foot. So, that's him. I hope these guys standing up behind him is enough of a size comparison for you. Alright, so should you get this figure, I'm going to tell you no. If you want to get the whole wave, if you want to get the entire wave, definitely get him last. Definitely pinpoint the other guys in the wave and get them first. This guy should be very low on your list. The figures I recommend from this wave, okay, there's 12 figures. If you had to divide it into two, if you had to buy 6 and skip 6, the 6 I would buy is Darth Maul, Quinlan Vos, Darth Sidious, Doughty Dauphine, and then I can't really decide between Qui-Gon, Anakin, and Amidala. Those three are about they're about even. Actually, okay, I would get Darth Maul, Quinlan Vos, Darth Sidious, Doughty Dauphine, Queen Amidala, and then a toss-up between these two. Alright, if you want to check out how I came to those opinions, check out the rest of the wave up on my review channel. Next, I will be getting to some of the new Clone Wars waves. I am going to take a break, though, and get back to the Marvel Universe figures I was reviewing, throw in some G.I. Joes, and then I'll get to the Clone Wars. Hope you found this helpful, and until next time, keep collecting.